Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good morning guys, hope you're all doing well today. Got a huge video for you today. We're going to cover the plane and helicopter collision, and this is going to be part 2, alright? And this video is going to have everything that part 1 had plus new information. So this video right here is going to be the video to share with everyone you can, and you guys did so great yesterday sharing that video, leaving comments, and hitting the like button. If we could do that again today and get even more views than we did yesterday, that would be awesome. Because again, this video is going to have so much more information. It's unbelievable what I'm about to show you guys. And also, when I get done with this video, can you guys do me a big favor today and leave a comment on this video after the video is over? Because leaving a comment after the fact helps out the algorithm. So if we could do that, that would be awesome. Let me check in with the chat. Hey Scott, how you doing? Hey Leslie, hope you guys are doing well. Hey Jenna, good to see you. Guys, do me a favor when you come in, please hit the like button. Very much appreciated. Helps out the algorithm and helps more people find the video. And also, please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. Hey Cohen, how you doing? Hey Scotty. Now also, I want to try to make this video today shorter than the video yesterday, because you know people like shorter videos. So the goal today, put everything I have about the plane and helicopter collision in one short live, and hopefully, you know, the whole world will see it, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Got so much to talk about today. Hey Ray, how you doing? Hey David. All right, guys, here we go. All right, guys, give me 1 second to get all set up. All right, I think that looks okay. All right, guys, so the big news. Plane crashes into Potomac River after mid-air collision with Black Hawk helicopter, and we got this news on January 29th. All right, we're going to read a little bit of background, and then we'll get started on the numbers. Search and rescue efforts were underway in the Potomac River after a plane carrying 64 people collided with a Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 soldiers Wednesday night while trying to land at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport outside Washington, D.C. A PSA Airlines Bombardier CRJ-700 regional jet collided in midair with a Sikorsky H-60 helicopter while on approach to runway 33 at Reagan Washington National Airport around 9 p.m. local time, the Federal Aviation Administration said in a statement. The plane, operated by American Airlines, had taken off from Wichita, Kansas, the FAA said. In a statement provided to CBS News, American Airlines said it was aware of reports that American Eagle Flight 5342, operated by PSA, with service from Wichita, Kansas to Washington Reagan National Airport, has been involved in an incident. Alright guys, so long story short, I'm going to show you how this ritual with the plane and the helicopter collision is connected to the Super Bowl coming up. It's connected in a huge way to Kobe Bryant, who died in a helicopter, who's from Philadelphia. It's connected in a big way to Obama. It's connected to Tanya Harding and figure skating. And it's also connected in a big way to Donald Trump. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, we're going to break this down all by the numbers using Gematria, which is simply letters as numerals. And once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Alright guys, so long story short, before this helicopter and plane collision happened, I'd been talking about helicopters all week before this happened. And that's because of what happened last Sunday on January 26th, the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death in a helicopter. So let me give you a little background information here before we get to the new information. So what happened on Sunday, on January 26th, that's the day Kobe died, it was the 5-year anniversary as the Eagles advanced to their 5th Super Bowl appearance. And on Sunday, the Eagles advanced to the Super Bowl, and they did so by picking up win number 666 all time. So right now, going into the Super Bowl, the Eagles have 666 wins all time. And it was a American Eagle plane, right? The plane was an American Eagle, right? Eagle. And where was it coming from? Wichita, Kansas. Okay? Now I know Kansas City is in Missouri, but Wichita, Kansas, right? Like Kansas City. And trust me, the favorite football team in Wichita, Kansas is definitely the Kansas City Chiefs. So you have the plane, which was an Eagle, and it was coming from Wichita, Kansas. You're going to have the Philadelphia Eagles play the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Now, this plane crashed in Washington, D.C. The team from Washington, D.C. is the Washington Commanders. And the team that the Eagles just beat to advance to the Super Bowl, they beat the Washington Commanders, and they left the Commanders at 666 wins all time. So right now, the Eagles have 666 wins, and the Washington team they beat currently has 666 wins. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if the Eagles were to lose in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, look how many losses they currently have. They have 665 losses. So if they lose in the Super Bowl, their record is going to be 666 and 666, which would be pretty wild. All right? Now, also, they did score, speaking of 666, right, Satan. This is clearly a satanic ritual, and they also scored 55 points to advance to the Super Bowl. Of course, Satan equals 55, right? Okay. So, let me confirm that this was all connected to Kobe Bryant. Okay? So, the Eagles just picked up win number 666 and advanced to their 5th Super Bowl appearance on the 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death. The Eagles got win number 666 on January 26. That's when Kobe died, okay? Where was Kobe born? Kobe was born in Philadelphia, okay? Kobe scored his career high 81 points in game number 666. Kobe Bryant scored his career high 81 points in game number 666. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Mark of the Beast equals 81, if you're wondering. Now, what are the odds that Kobe would die in a helicopter, and helicopter equals 666? And we just had the helicopter crash, right? Well, guess what? The day of the game where the Eagles picked up win number 666 on Kobe Bryant's death date, look what the Eagles posted on Twitter or X on that same exact day. They posted a picture of a helicopter. Philadelphia Eagles with a helicopter. And it says, "Go Birds," with a little black man, right? Like Kobe. Look how "Go Birds" in all caps is a perfect match to killing. It's also a perfect match to Lucifer. And we're talking about 666 here, right? And we had people allegedly killed in a helicopter, Kobe allegedly killed in a helicopter. So interesting that "Go Birds" would equal killing and Lucifer. But anyways, that's not even the important part. The important part is the number 666, guys. Try to wrap your head around what I'm telling you. And guys, do me a favor when you come in, please hit that like button. Very much appreciated. You have an American Eagle airplane. We have an Eagle from Wichita, Kansas. In the Super Bowl, we have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles just picked up win number 666 to go to the Super Bowl. They just left the Washington team on 666 wins. This happened in Washington, the crash. And they got win number 666 on Kobe Bryant's death date, who was born in Philadelphia, who scored 666 in his career high, and helicopter equals 666. And on game day, the Eagles posted a picture of a helicopter. Okay? So your mind should already be blown, right? Now, let me prove to you that this helicopter and plane collision was 100% connected to Kobe Bryant. Because the helicopter and the plane crashed on January 29th. Kobe's birthday is August 23rd. So this happened 159 days after Kobe's birthday. In Gematria, helicopter equals 159. Plane and helicopter equals 159. There were figure skaters on the plane. Figure skaters is 159. So that's a lot to be a coincidence right off the bat, don't you think? Even without the Gematria, you can clearly see this was connected to Kobe, right? And the helicopter crash. Well, look at the Gematria. It just happens to fit perfectly. This was 159 days after Kobe's birthday. Helicopter is 159. Plane and helicopter is 159. Figure skaters, 159. So the crash happened while on approach to runway 33. And of course, that's what everyone's talking about. But it's way deeper than just the 33, as you already know, right? But yeah, the crash happened while the plane was approaching runway 33. And Kobe equals 33. And back to the game with the Eagles and the Commanders. Remember, the Commanders were left on 666 wins as the Eagles picked up wins 666. But remember, that was the first conference championship for the Washington team in 33 years. And we had a Black Hawk helicopter go down, which reminds us of the movie Black Hawk Down, which had its initial release on December 28th, which means this Black Hawk helicopter went down 33 days after the Black Hawk Down anniversary. And the word collide equals 33. Plane and helicopter collide, right? Collide equals 33. And Black Hawk helicopter equals 330. And we're connecting this to the Super Bowl, right? Where Mahomes is the quarterback for the Chiefs. This also happened exactly 33 weeks before Mahomes' birthday. And stick around to the end. I got more 33s when we connect this to Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. Oh yeah, before I forget, hold on, let me find it for you. Here you go. What number did Kobe wear in high school? He wore the number 33. Now let me pull something else up. There's another ritual that was involving another person named Kobe, and I'm going to be bouncing around to this one right here. I want to show you how the 33 was also a part of this ritual. Long story short, UFC fighter Francis Ngannou, his son Kobe died at 15 months old. Anyways, little Kobe died 33 weeks after his dad's birthday. Like Kobe 33, like son. So I just wanted to show you that. We'll be going back and forth with this decode, especially when we talk about the number 222 later on. But we'll save that for later. All right, back to the 33. So yeah, of course it was runway 33. Don't forget masonry equals 33. The highest degree of masonry, the 33rd degree. But yep, Kobe equals 33. It was 33 days after the Black Hawk Down anniversary. Runway 33. Kobe wore number 33 in high school. And the word collide equals 33. So I'm telling you, this is connected to the Super Bowl, right? Reagan National Airport, 131, Super Bowl 131. Don't forget, Patrick Mahomes just beat the Bills and advanced to the Super Bowl 131 days from his birthday. So there were 3 people on the helicopter. And that's very interesting because this happened 3 days after Kobe's death anniversary, who died in a helicopter. And how does this connect to Patrick Mahomes? Well, he's going for the three-peat, right? He's going for 3 in a row. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could be a clue, right? So, and don't forget, Mahomes already has 3 Super Bowl wins. He's 3-1 in Super Bowls, right? So, will he stay on 3 Super Bowl wins, or will he go for the three-peat? But 3 is definitely a part of it, for sure. Because again, this happened just 3 days after Kobe's death anniversary, which was in a helicopter, and you just happen to have 3 people in the helicopter, right? Now, when I got done with the live stream yesterday, you have no idea how hard I was on myself. And I know I shouldn't be so hard, but I got to tell you, I was really kicking myself yesterday. And that's because I missed a very, very big part of the decode. Guys, I told you this whole thing is connected to Kobe, right? Well, you know what I forgot to tell you yesterday? In total, there were 67 people involved in the crash, allegedly, right? 64 on the plane, 3 on the helicopter. That makes 67, right? Let me show you what I forgot to tell you yesterday. See if anyone in the chat can figure it out before I pull it up. Here you go, guys. Kobe equals 67. Now do you see why I was kicking myself? I did a whole show yesterday telling you how this whole thing connected to Kobe, and I failed to mention that Kobe equaled 67. Now, actually, I did mention that, but that was when I was talking about the other Kobe ritual, and I never put 2 and 2 together. All right, back to Francis Ngannou, whose son Kobe died, right? Well, little Kobe died 67 weeks after he was born. So I talked about this yesterday, but I never put it together. Long story short, human sacrifice 67, blood sacrifice 67, Kobe 67. Little Kobe died 67 weeks after he was born. All right, and let me pull up the list here. So not only is Kobe 67, but the plane crashed in the water, and water equals 67. And here's what else I missed. Not only does Kansas City equal 67, but Super Bowl 59 equals 67. I missed all that. All I had yesterday was Kansas City 67. So, yeah, that's why we need to share this video today, because this video today has everything that I missed yesterday. And guys, please do hit that like button. If we're going to get this video, it's not going to go viral, probably not, but if it has any chance of going viral, we're all going to have to hit the like button today, all right? It doesn't need to go viral, it just needs people to watch it, because this is undeniable. And we're not even, close to being halfway done. So 67 people total. Kobe equals 67, guys. I'm telling you, this whole thing's connected to Kobe and the Super Bowl. Look, Kobe 67, Kansas City 67, Super Bowl 59 67, water 67. And 67 people total. So this happened on the first day of the snake year. And Kobe, he's known as the Black Mamba, right? The killer snake. He said, when I step on that court, I become that. I am that killer snake. All right, so this happened on the first day of the snake year, and it happened on the 29th day of the year, right? January 29th, the 29th day of the year. Potomac equals 29. This crash into the Potomac, right? And it's on the first day of the snake year. The snake equals 29, and football equals 29, and Masonic is 29. And let me find my other 29s. Hold on. Here it is. So we're connecting this to the Super Bowl, right? And the quarterback for the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes. He's 29 years old. And Mahomes equals 29. And he's got 3 Super Bowl wins. And he's going for the three-peat, right? When you write out 3, it equals 29. And when is the Super Bowl? It's on 2-9. Look at that. So the Super Bowl's on 2-9. He's going for 3. There were also 3 people in the helicopter. It was also 3 days after Kobe's death date, right? And again, Mahomes has 3 Super Bowls already. He's going for the three-peat. You write out 3, it's 29, like Mahomes 29. Mahomes 29 years old. And the snake, 29, happened on the first day of the snake year, Potomac 29. All right? And I have more 29s later when we talk about Trump. Potomac not only has the 29 like the snake in football, but Potomac is 83 and 29 like the snake, 83-29, and football, 83-29. Don't you think that's rather fishy? Remember, we had a stampede in India on the same day. Stampede is also 83 and 29. Stampede is a perfect match to the snake in every cipher. But don't you think that's a little fishy? On the first day of the snake year, we have an incident involving the Potomac. Potomac equals the snake in 2 ciphers. This plane crash happened 43 days after the Pope's birthday, and 43 years ago, there was another DC plane crash into the Potomac River, a plane that was headed to Florida. That was 43 years ago, and this happened 43 days after the Pope's birthday. In Gematria, plane crash equals 43. Kansas equals 43. The plane was coming from Kansas. It happened on the first day of the snake year. The snake equals 43. Football equals 43. Killing equals 43. Lucifer equals 43. Freemasons is 43. Florida equals 43. Why is that on the list? Because again, 43 years ago, the plane crashed into the Potomac River that was headed to Florida. And Masonic is 43. So now let me show you how this connects to Obama, who I believe is the Antichrist. There were 64 people on the plane. Kansas City Chiefs equals 64. Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. The Antichrist equals 64. All in the same cipher. Don't forget how big that number has been with Obama. One big example, Israel was allegedly attacked by Hamas 64 days after Obama's birthday. Israel equals 64. And then Israel declared war 666 days before Obama's 64th birthday. But yeah, 64 on the plane. And remember, the plane was coming from Kansas, right? Kansas City Chiefs, 64. Like Barack Hussein Obama, the Antichrist. Now remember the Chiefs Super Bowl rally shooting that happened at the Chiefs parade last year? How that was all connected to Obama. Remember Super Bowl rally 64, like Kansas City Chiefs 64. Who was the one victim from the parade shooting? It was Lisa Lopez Galvan, which equaled 64. And every site wanted you to know that linebacker Drew Tranquil was praying for everybody. Drew Tranquil has that 64. He was in every article. Barack Hussein Obama, the Antichrist. And remember, the parade shooting happened while the Chiefs were 64 years old. And just in case you think I'm crazy that the parade shooting had nothing to do with Obama, the parade shooting was 172 days before Obama's birthday. Kansas City Chiefs, 172. The one victim, Lisa Lopez Galvan, 172. Drew Tranquil, 172. Travis Kelce, 172. The suspect from the parade shooting was Dominic M. Miller, which equals 229, like Super Bowl parade 229, Chiefs parade 229, and Barack Obama 229. And speaking of 229, Reagan National Airport is 229, like Barack Obama is 229. Reagan National Airport is also 103, like Obama is 103. And remember how big that number is with Obama. Remember when Donald Trump announced he was running for re-election, it was exactly 666 days after his last full day in office, but it was also 103 weeks before the election and 103 days from Obama's birthday. And Obama equals 103. Do you remember when Eminem and Obama were together in Michigan exactly 103 days after Eminem released the song Antichrist? Eminem equals 103, Obama equals 103, Dragon equals 103. When you write out 666, it equals 103. But think about that. Eminem and Obama together in Michigan 103 days after the song Antichrist was released. The first part of that song says, "The devil came to Michigan." And they were together in Michigan 103 days after the song Antichrist. The eyewitness, Roy Best, his name equals 32, like Kansas City 32, Chiefs 32. The Chiefs just scored 32 against the Bills to advance to the Super Bowl. Barack Obama equals 32. Obama equals 32 by itself. Eagles equals 32. And the word crash equals 32. And crash is a perfect match to Eagles. And 3 out of the 4. It says the Black Hawk that collided with the plane was on a training flight. See how they highlight training flight, which equals the Antichrist, 154 and 80. It was flight 5342. When you write out 5342, it equals 222, like order out of chaos, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. And I want to remind you how big that number 222 has been with the Chiefs and their Super Bowls. Number 1, during the time of COVID, this was the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID. This was February 2nd, 2020, 2222. And remember, the first U.S. case of COVID was in January 2020. It was 222 days from Trump's birthday, the first U.S. case of COVID. Then in March of 2020, COVID was declared a pandemic exactly 222 months after 9/11. So Andy Reid got win number 222 in his first Super Bowl victory on 2/2/2020. And it's way deeper than that, as you're going to see. But first, I want to remind you, like I said, this was the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID, right? They called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equals 222. And it was declared a pandemic March 11th, 2020, 222 months after 9/11. Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. And again, the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days from Trump's birthday. And since I'm talking about that, let me pull this up now. Okay? Here you go. Here's the first U.S. case of COVID right here. 222 days after Trump's birthday. All these things equal 222. Remember, Trump calls himself the father of the vaccine. Rolled out Operation Warp Speed. Wuhan coronavirus 222. World Economic Forum 222. Antichrist system 222. The name of the pandemic simulation, Event 201, when you write that out, it equals 222. Like mandatory vaccination, COVID vaccines, vaccine cards, as above, so below, order out of chaos, they're all 222. Well, what if I told you Trump equals 222, and Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday? Now, what just happened on the anniversary of the first U.S. case of COVID? Donald Trump announced the Stargate project about AI vaccines, and he announced it 222 days after his birthday. Wow. And don't forget, Donald Trump and Larry Ellison were born 666 days apart. When you add up the 4 base ciphers of the Stargate project, it equals 666. AI cancer vaccine equals 666. But anyways, we're talking about the number 222. I just want to show you how this all connects, right? So you got the Stargate project about vaccines 222 days after Trump's birthday. The first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days after Trump's birthday. COVID declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday when Trump equals 222. Don't forget Trump Organization equals 222. There was a 222-page lawsuit against the Trump Organization where he took the stand 222 days from his birthday. Ivana equals 222. Ivana Trump died 222 days from her birthday. Trump's sister died 222 days from her birthday. The list goes on. And then again, Obama tested positive 222 from his birthday, right? So, what happened around the time that Andy Reid got win number 222? What happened just a few days before this? Kobe Bryant died, right? January 26, 2020. Okay, how does this all connect to Kobe? Well, Kobe is buried in Corona del Mar. Corona del Mar. That's where Kobe Bryant is buried. See right here, Kobe Bryant, Corona del Mar. And Kobe died to kick off COVID. Remember, he died in a helicopter, which equals 666. The word vaccination equals 666. COVID was declared a pandemic exactly 666 days after the Clade X pandemic simulation. And now back to the other Kobe ritual. Hold on. The UFC fighter, Francis Ngannou, ex-UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou announces death of 15-month-old son, Kobe. Little Kobe died April 27th, guys. That was exactly, it was April 27th, 2024. Little Kobe died exactly 222 weeks and 0 days after Big Kobe died. If you think that's a coincidence, you're out of your mind. Because Francis Ngannou equals 222. That's the kid's dad. So that's just the tip of the iceberg for the 222. That's just some background information. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable. Okay? So Andy Reid got win number 222 in his first Super Bowl appearance during the time of COVID. Wuhan coronavirus 222, 222 months after 9/11. First U.S. case, 222 from Trump's birthday and all that, right? And don't forget, we just had Obama back at the White House last year on the day, leaving 222 days left in the year. And don't forget the show Squid Game, all connected to Obama. They just released it 222 days from Obama's birthday. But anyways, moving on. Because back to Andy Reid's 222nd career win, okay, and his first Super Bowl victory. He did that on 2/2/2020. All twos, right? Well, he did that on February 2nd. And February 2nd equals 222. And he did it on February 2nd, 2020. In Gematria, February 2nd, 2020 equals 2220. And who did the halftime show? It was J-Lo, which equals 222. And the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl 222 weeks after the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. Royals, like a crown, like Corona means crown. So it's all connected. And the one Super Bowl, remember, Mahomes is 3-1 in Super Bowls. The one Super Bowl he lost was the very next year after Andy Reid got win number 222. That was Super Bowl 54. In Super Bowl 55, he played the GOAT, Tom Brady, right? And he lost his only Super Bowl 222 days before his birthday. And Buccaneers Super Bowl equals 222. And that was the same year. It was Brady's first year as a Buccaneer. He got win number 222 that year as a Buccaneer. Most wins by a player, 222, during the time of COVID. And how many yards? How many yards did Brady throw for in that Super Bowl? The other big number with COVID, 201. He threw for 201 yards, and then they went to the White House on the 201st day of the year. Like Event 201, the pandemic simulation, the full name of the Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 201, lives in Suite 201 at the Domus Sancti Marte, which equals 201. The Guidestone's down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. They just had Preparing for Disease X exactly 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic and 201 days from Obama's birthday. Event 201 held on 10/18 like Luke 10/18, which connects to Obama. I beheld Satan as lightning. Barack means lightning. Bomb of the Heights. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, 201. That old serpent, 201. And we're going to talk more about the number 201 later. But anyways, the year that Mahomes lost to Brady, 222 days before his birthday, that was the year that Brady picked up win number 222. And then Tom Brady came out of retirement 222 days from his birthday. And Patrick Mahomes has the record for the most touchdowns under the age of 29. Guess what the record is? 222 touchdowns. And he threw for touchdown number 222 when he picked up win number 76. Why does that matter? Because Barack Obama equals 76. And huge number with Obama. Obama's Book of Promised Land equals 76. The Guidestone's down on 76. On George W. Bush's 76th birthday, Skull and Bones, 76. The Guidestone's opened on 322. The Guidestone's built under the alias R.C. Christian, which equals 76. And don't forget Obama's movie Leave the World Behind starts with a 76 on the coffee cup. They got to take exit 76 to get to the vacation house. But anyways, more on the 222 and Obama. How about the Chiefs' Super Bowl win last year? Who caught the game winner in the Super Bowl last year for the Chiefs? It was Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. And Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., his birthday is 222 days from Obama's birthday. And again, the Beast of Revelation, Beast, the Antichrist, Barack Obama, Antichrist system, order out of chaos. They're all 222. Now remember the other big thing. Remember his first and last name, Kerry Hardman, equals 666. And don't forget, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. equals 192, like Super Bowl 58 is 192. Usher Raymond IV is 192. That's who did halftime. Obama equals 192. The Super Bowl where this guy caught the game winner was 192 days from Obama's birthday. And that was the first Super Bowl after Leave the World Behind, which equals 192. And that movie ends in the Commodus bunker. Commodus dead in the year 192. And, yeah, Leave the World Behind equals 192, like Great Tribulation, 192. And now there's rumors that Obama's dating Jennifer Aniston. Remember, Friends was a big theme of Leave the World Behind. Jennifer Aniston was born 192 days from Obama's birthday. And we just had the inauguration of Trump 192 months after Obama's inauguration. But yeah, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. equals 192. And it was all connected to Obama. It's absolutely undeniable. Now, one more thing connected to Obama. This happened in Washington, D.C., which equals 187. This happened 187 days before Obama's birthday. So how does this connect to Donald Trump? Well, it connects to Trump in a big way. Guys, this happened 137 days before Trump's birthday. Washington, D.C. equals 137. Don't forget, 137 is the 33rd prime number, like runway 33, like the word collide equals 33, right? So 137 days before Trump's birthday, Washington, D.C., 137. This happened at Reagan National Airport. Reagan National Airport equals 229. This happened 229 days after Trump's birthday. There were figure skaters on the plane, right? Figure skaters equals 60. Donald Trump equals 60. We just had the 60th inauguration. The plane had 60 passengers and 4 crew, but 60 passengers, and the helicopter was a H-60. Now, I got a few more 60s up here for you. Hold on. The word collide is also 60. Now, hold on. Let me find my other 60. Guys, this crash happened 60 months after Kobe Bryant died. And how many points did Kobe score in his last game? He scored 60 points. The rest of the team scored 41. Like Kobe Bryant equals 41, dead at the age of 41, 41 days from the Pope's birthday. We'll talk about the 41 more later. But right now we're talking about the 60. So we're connecting this to Kobe, right? Kobe scored 60 in his last game. This happened 60 months after Kobe died. The word collide equals 60. We had 60 passengers. The helicopter was a H-60. Figure skaters equals 60. And Donald Trump equals 60, who just had the 60th inauguration. Wow. And what do you know? Figure skaters is also 159. Like helicopter is 159. Donald Trump is 159. Plane and helicopter equals 159. And again, this happened 159 days after Kobe's birthday. What I'm showing you guys is absolutely undeniable. Think it's a coincidence? Think again, because the plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, which equals 138 and 48, like Donald Trump is 138 and 48. Now, near the end yesterday, thank you to Cody, we started to connect this to the movie Snakes on a Plane. And why did we do that? Because this plane crash happened on the first day of the snake year. So snake, plane, right? Clearly, we're going to look up the connections to Snakes on a Plane. So long story short, guys, this is really crazy because the plane crash happened on January 29th and Snakes on a Plane was released in the United States on August 18th, which means the plane crash happened 201 days before the movie anniversary. Well, why does that matter? Well, number one, it was runway 33 that the plane was approaching. When you write out runway 33, it equals 201. When you write out that old serpent, it equals 201. That old serpent, another name for the devil. This happened on the first day of the snake year. That old serpent, the snake from the garden, right? And for the cherry on top, it's Revelation 12:9 that talks about that old serpent. And when did the crash happen? It happened on 129. 129. Like Revelation 12:9. 129, guys. And we just left the year of the dragon, and now we're in the year of the serpent, the snake, right? Revelation 12:9, like 129, like the date it happened on, and the great dragon was cast out. That old serpent called the devil. There you go. So it's just perfect. Just perfect. 201 days before the movie anniversary, Snakes on a Plane, runway 33, 201, that old serpent, 201. Wow. And then again, remember Event 201, the pandemic simulation, the full name of the Pope, 201. He lives in Suite 201 at the Doma Sancti Marte, 201. The Guidestone's down 201 days from the Pope's birthday. Don't forget, the Guidestones were built under the alias RC Christian, which is a perfect match to Pope Francis in 3 out of the 4. We had Preparing for Disease X, 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic, and 201 days from Obama's birthday, and back to the one Super Bowl that Mahomes lost. That was to Brady in the time of COVID, who threw for 201 yards, and then the Bucs went to the White House on the 201st day of the year. Now back to the 222, because the star of Snakes on a Plane is Samuel L. Jackson, which equals 222, like 5342, the name of the flight. And I'm not going to go back over every single thing about the 222, but remember how big that number was, right? 222 days after Trump's birthday, the first U.S. case, and Andy Reid picked up win number 222 in the first Super Bowl win on February 2nd, which is 222, and the one Super Bowl Mahomes lost was 222 days from his birthday. And actually, guys, I'm probably not going to do a full recap today, just for the record. I'll probably go through like quickly just because I can't help myself, but it would just be, like I said, I want to keep this video short today. So to repeat every single thing today, probably not going to happen. But long story short, Samuel L. Jackson, and here, let me pull up the poster for the movie. Show you he's right there on the cover with the snakes. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. There you go. Snakes on a Plane, and you see his name right there. Samuel L. Jackson. But yep, his name does have the 222. And then the plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, which has the 48. Like Snakes on a Plane is 48, and Donald Trump is 48. Now, here's some new information I did not have yesterday. They released this after my video yesterday. So I told you guys this whole thing is connected to Kobe Bryant, right? Well, they released the name, or the names of the pilots of the airplane. So let's start with Sam Lilly. Look at his name. Sam Lilly is 135 and 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant is 135 and 54. Well, that's what you call a confirmation, because I got that information after I already made the connection to Kobe. And then how about the other guy? His name is Jonathan Campos. And look how perfect that fits in. Jonathan Campos, 75, like Army Helicopter 75, plane and helicopter 75, Kobe 75. And this happened on a day with 75 date numerology. 1 plus 29 plus 20 plus 25 is 75. So this all went down on 129, right? Look at this. Plane and helicopter collision, 129. American Airlines jet, 129. The pilots' names, Sam Lilly and Jonathan Campos, 129. And the word collide is 129. Now, shout out to Cody on this one. He pointed this out, and I think this is a pretty good connection. So, during the inauguration, or, after the inauguration, they had all these events for Trump that day, right? And this is one of the events. And Cody pointed out how it was interesting that on top of this cake, right, this is a cake that Trump is cutting with a sword, there's an airplane on the cake, right? And notice Melania's outfit looks like a snake or a serpent, right? So you got the plane and the snake, and this plane crash happened on the first day of the snake year. And remember, the snake is 29, like Potomac 29. Well, notice he's cutting the cake with a sword, and sword equals 29, like Trump is also 29. So I thought that was pretty interesting too. All right, we already talked about this. Some of these things we've already talked about. I kind of had to jump around a little bit. Okay, here's some new information. So I mentioned that the Super Bowl is going to be Super Bowl 59, right? Eagles versus Chiefs equals 59. And the book of Revelation talks about the angel of the church in Philadelphia and the synagogue of Satan. That's in Revelation. Notice Revelation equals 59. And we're connecting this to Kobe and the snake, right? Black Mamba is also 59. And back to the picture. Like Black Mamba. Melania had a black snake. Well, I mean, it's not supposed to be a snake, but it looks like one, right? Doesn't that look like a black mamba right there? So anyways, wanted to point that out. Black Mamba has the 59, and it's going to be Super Bowl 59. Eagles versus Chiefs. So here's some more new information. You remember back on August 9th, 2024, Trump's plane suffered mechanical issue before landing. Okay, so this plane crash just happened to be 173 days after Trump's plane had mechanical issues. And in Gematria, plane crash equals 173. And remember, the plane was an American Eagle, and the Eagles' record going into the Super Bowl with their 666 wins all time, but their record this year is 17-3, like plane crash. And remember, Eagles is a perfect match to crash in 3 out of the 4. Now, here's your connection to Tanya Harding. This is pretty crazy, all right? Long story short, Tanya Harding, famous figure skater. Here, let me remind you why she's famous. Tanya Harding is connected to Nancy Kerrigan because Harding's then husband, Jeff Gillooly, orchestrated an attack on Kerrigan, a fellow figure skater, just before the '94 Winter Olympics, which significantly impacted both of their skating careers. Harding was implicated in the cover-up of the attack, leading to a lifetime ban from the U.S. Figure Skating Association. All right, so Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. All right, they both had a big response to what happened. And here's the crazy part. Long story short, look at the runway. See the runway 33 there? See how it makes an X? Actually, a couple different X's. You got an X here, and then you have an X here. X marks the spot, right? Marked for death. So, what if I told you the crash involving the figure skaters, it happened just hours after Tanya Harding joined X. You know, the social media platform X that used to be Twitter? Okay? Tanya Harding, the professional figure skater, look at the time and the date down here. January 29th, 11:50 in the morning. That's when Tanya Harding joined X. Says here, hi everyone, I finally figured out how to make an account on here. I'm very excited to reconnect with all of you. Okay, so famous figure skate. Remember, there were figure skaters on the plane. That's my connection here. So what are the odds that she joined X just hours before the crash? And the runway makes an X, right? Well, that's not even the craziest part, because there were 64 people on the plane. And guess what Tanya Harding equals? It equals 64, like Kansas City Chiefs 64. And look at her second post. This is the second post she made on X the next day, the next morning. She said, the events that took place last night in Washington, D.C. are absolutely devastating. I'm being told that several professional figure skaters were aboard the flight as well. Sending my love and prayers to all the victims and their families. And then look at this final post. This is her most recent post. I'm absolutely blown away as the helicopter and the plane are blown to bits, right? I'm absolutely blown away by the amount of love and support I've received since I joined X last night. I mean, is that all a coincidence? The part about being blown away, the fact that she joined X just hours before the crash, which happened near the runway. That makes an X. And Tanya Harding equals 64, and there were 64 on the plane. Okay? Now, I told you she's connected to Nancy Kerrigan, right? And you had Nancy Kerrigan all over TV crying yesterday. And look at this. Kerrigan equals the snake. And this happened on the first day of the snake year. Come on, guys. You think it's all a coincidence? Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding, devastated over figure skaters. So is everything today just a big coincidence? All the numbers line up perfectly. Now you got the Tanya Harding connection. You got the Kerrigan connection. Oh yeah. This also happened 3 weeks and 3 days after the anniversary of the incident involving Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding. 3 weeks and 3 days, like 33, like runway 33. Guys, you got to share this video today. Got to share this far and wide. Oh yeah, how does this connect to Kobe? The plane crash was exactly 41 weeks and 0 days from Tanya Harding's birthday. Kobe died at the age of 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. And Kobe is connected to the number 41 in a big way. Kobe's most infamous game was when he faced the Raptors in 2006, where he scored a record high 81 points. That was game 666 of his career. The rest of his team scored a total of 41 points. Remember, Kobe Bryant equals 41, dead at the age of 41. In Kobe's last game before retirement against the Utah Jazz, he scored 60 points. The rest of his team scored 41 points. We've already talked about the 60 earlier. In Kobe's last game before his retirement against the Utah Jazz, the last shot he made in the game, Kobe was guarded by a Utah Jazz player wearing the number 41 jersey. In Kobe's last game before his retirement against the Utah Jazz, he came off the court for the last time with 4.1 seconds left on the clock. In the film The Black Mamba, Kobe starred with Kanye West. During the film, Kobe threw a basketball time bomb at Kanye West's helicopter. The last you see of the basketball time bomb, the countdown time is 4.1. And by the way, Kobe died in a helicopter. Now, not saying it's going to happen, but it is an interesting narrative. The last professional team to three-peat was the Lakers and Kobe Bryant. And remember, Kobe died right before the Chiefs' first Super Bowl with Mahomes and Andy Reid. Anyways, if Mahomes were to win the Super Bowl, he would be 4-1. 4-1, guys. See how he's 3-1 right now? He would become 4-1. Like Kobe Bryant is 41, dead at the age of 41. And again, Kobe was the last to three-peat. So not saying it's going to happen. It could be almost too obvious between this and having the Eagles' all-time record be 666 and 666. It could be bait, could be a trap. So don't gamble either way. Now, here's another piece of information I didn't have yesterday. Remember, guys, the plane was coming from Kansas. What if I told you the plane crash happened on January 29th? That's the same day that Kansas was granted statehood. Kansas became a state January 29th, guys. This happened on the birthday of Kansas. This happened on Kansas Day. So what a perfect day to have a plane from Kansas on January 29th. Unbelievable, right? And we talked about this earlier. Talked about that. All right, here's some more new information. Kobe died January 26, 2020. The Black Hawk helicopter crashed 1830 days after Kobe died. Black Hawk helicopter is 183. Order out of chaos, 183. Wow. We talked about Kerrigan, the snake, and we talked about the 33. And that might be it. Let me see, guys, if there's anything else that I didn't mention yet. And we'll do a quick recap. I'm going to run through it quickly, but I'm not going to recap every little thing. So if you're just coming in and you want the full decode, every little detail, make sure you go back and rewatch this whole thing. All right. Yeah, I think I got it in there, guys. All right. If anybody wants to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I'm not monetized by YouTube. So any support is very much appreciated. And thank you to everyone who does support. It is very much appreciated. All right, guys, give me 1 second. It's getting a little warm in my garage. So I'm going to take this sweater off. And we'll come back and we'll start this recap. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go turn the air on and try to cool down a bit. Hold on. Be back in 1 minute, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. And guys, if you're just coming in, please do hit that like button. Very much appreciated. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to recap every little detail. If you're coming in late, I definitely recommend you go back, watch on fast forward. That way you get every little detail. But let me just give you the key points here. So, Kobe. This is all connected to Kobe, guys, who died in a helicopter crash. Kobe, the Philadelphia Eagles fan. The Eagles just picked up win number 666. And they left the Washington Commanders on 666 wins. And if the Eagles lose in the Super Bowl, not saying they will, but if they did happen to lose, their all-time record would be 666 and 666. And why does this matter? Because the crash happened in Washington. The Eagles just beat Washington. And you have the plane. The plane is an American Eagle. See? The plane was an American Eagle, and it was coming from Wichita, Kansas. Right? And obviously Kansas City is in Missouri, but still, I promise you, the favorite football team in Wichita, Kansas is the Kansas City Chiefs. It's very close to Kansas City. So you got the Eagle, you got Kansas. Pretty clear to see that, right? And then the crash happened in Washington. The Eagles just left Washington at 666 wins. The Eagles picked up win number 666. And the Eagles did this on January 26th. That was the anniversary of Kobe's death. And Kobe was born in Philadelphia. And Kobe scored 666. Sorry, Kobe scored 81 in game 666. Again, mark of the beast is 81, Kobe Bean Bryant 81. I don't care what it is. You think it's a coincidence that you score your career high in game number 666 and then you die in a helicopter, allegedly, which equals 666, you know, right when COVID started, and vaccination equals 666, and he's buried in Corona del Mar. And then the Philadelphia Eagles on game day, they posted a picture of a helicopter. And they said, in all caps, "Go Birds," which is a perfect match to Killing and Lucifer. And they advanced to their 5th Super Bowl appearance on the 5-year anniversary of Kobe's death, right? So this plane and helicopter crash was 159 days after Kobe's birthday. Helicopter is 159. Plane and helicopter, put them together, plane and helicopter 159. There were figure skaters on the plane. Figure skaters is also 159. They were approaching runway 33. Kobe equals 33. Kobe wore the number 33 in high school. This happened in Washington, and the Eagles just beat Washington to leave them at 666 wins, and it was the Commanders' first conference championship in 33 years, and the Black Hawk helicopter went down 33 days after the Black Hawk Down anniversary, and the word collide equals 33. Black Hawk helicopter is 330, and it happened exactly 33 weeks before Mahomes' birthday, and it was also, let me find it. Remember, we connected this to Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. It was 3 weeks and 3 days from the anniversary of that incident. Reagan National Airport, 131, Super Bowl 131. Mahomes just advanced to the Super Bowl 131 days from his birthday. We had 3 in the helicopter, and this happened 3 days after Kobe's death anniversary, who died in a helicopter. And Mahomes has 3 Super Bowl wins, and he's trying to three-peat with the 3 in a row. In total, there were 67 people killed, allegedly. 67, right? Let me show you. Kobe equals 67. Water equals 67. Kansas City, 67. Super Bowl 59, when you write it out, it equals 67. And remember the story of little Kobe, the son of UFC fighter Francis Ngannou. He died 67 weeks after he was born. But yes, Kobe equals 67. This happened on the first day of the snake year. On the 29th day of the year, it crashed into the Potomac, Potomac 29, the snake 29, football 29, Masonic 29. Mahomes is 29 years old. Mahomes equals 29, and the Super Bowl is on 2-9. Here you go. Mahomes 29, and the Super Bowl is on 2-9. Now, speaking of 3, remember there were 3 on the helicopter. It was 3 days after Kobe's death date. Remember, Mahomes already has 3 Super Bowls. Will he stay on 3, or will he pick up 3 in a row? We'll see. But when you write out 3, it also equals 29. And remember, Trump equals 29, sword equals 29, and Trump was cutting the sword, cutting the cake with a sword that had the plane on it, and Melania had the snake on her outfit. And this happened on the first day of the snake year. The snake is 8329, like Potomac, 8329. That's the name of the river, right? Football, 8329. We're connecting this to the Super Bowl, obviously. This happened 43 days after the Pope's birthday, and 43 years ago, there was another plane that crashed into the Potomac River. That plane was headed to Florida. Plane crash equals 43. The plane was coming from Kansas, which equals 43. On the first day of the snake year, the snake 43, football 43, Florida 43, Masonic 43, killing 43, Lucifer 43, Freemasons 43. Kansas City Chiefs 64. There were 64 on the plane. Remember, Tanya Harding equaled 64. And she joined X just hours before the crash, the figure skater. Barack Hussein Obama 64, the Antichrist 64. Remember, while the Chiefs were 64 years old last year, we had the big shooting at the Super Bowl rally, which equals 64, like Kansas City Chiefs. And the one victim was Lisa Lopez Galvan 64. Drew Tranquil 64, Barack Hussein Obama 64, the Antichrist 64. The Super Bowl parade shooting was 172 days before Obama's birthday, like Kansas City Chiefs 172. The one victim, Lisa Lopez Galvan 172. The suspect from the parade, Dominic M. Miller 229, like Chiefs parade, like Super Bowl parade, like Barack Obama. And then Reagan National Airport 229, like Barack Obama 229. Reagan National Airport 103, Obama 103. If you want all the details on the 103, make sure you go back and listen to the whole thing. I'm trying to be as quick as I can with this recap. Your eyewitness, Roy Best, he had the 32, like Kansas City 32, Chiefs 32, who just scored 32 to advance to the Super Bowl. Like Barack Obama 32, Obama equals 32, Crash equals 32, Eagles equals 32, and Eagles is a perfect match to Crash in 3 out of the 4. The Black Hawk that collided with the plane was on a training flight. Training flight equals the Antichrist in multiple ciphers. The plane was flight 5342. When you write out 5342, it equals 222. Like Order Out of Chaos 222. Like the Antichrist Barack Obama 222. And Andy Reid got his 222nd career win and his first Super Bowl victory with the Chiefs during the time of COVID. That was the first Super Bowl during the time of COVID. It was February 2nd, 2020, 2222. And remember, they called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equaled 222. And it was declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. And the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days from Trump's birthday. Here you go. Right here, the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days after Trump's birthday. They just rolled out the Stargate project, which is connected to vaccines. They rolled that out 222 days after Trump's birthday. In Gematria, Wuhan coronavirus is 222, like World Economic Forum. Antichrist system, event 201, mandatory vaccination. COVID vaccines, they're all 222. And while Trump was president, COVID declared a pandemic 222 months after 9/11. Trump just won the election 222 days before his birthday. Trump equals 222. Then you had Obama test positive for COVID 222 days after his birthday. And speaking of Kobe and the number 222, remember Kobe died right at the start of coronavirus, and he was buried in Corona Del Mar. And remember little Kobe, the son of Francis Ngannou, little Kobe. Little Kobe died April 27th, 2024. That was exactly 222 weeks and 0 days after Big Kobe died, and the dad's name, Francis Ngannou 222. That's crazy stuff, right? So back to Andy Reid's win number 222 during the time of COVID. It happened on February 2nd, which equals 222. And it happened on February 2nd, 2020, which is 2220. The halftime show was J-Lo, which equals 222. And the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl 222 weeks after the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. Royals like a crown, like Corona means crown. And the one Super Bowl that Mahomes lost, he lost it 222 days before his birthday. Buccaneers Super Bowl, and the first Super Bowl to be in somebody's home stadium was the Buccaneers Super Bowl. Let me take a sip of water, one sec. And remember, the other big number with COVID, the number 201, that's the game, like event 201, that's the game where Tom Brady threw for 201 yards. And they went to the White House, the Bucs, on the 201st day of the year. So the one Super Bowl Brady lost, or the one Super Bowl Mahomes lost, was to Brady 222 days from Mahomes' birthday. And that was the year Tom Brady picked up win number 222 as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. And then Brady came out of retirement 222 days from his birthday. And Mahomes has the record for the most touchdown passes under the age of 29, and the number is 222. And he picked up touchdown number 222 with win number 76, like Barack Obama, equals 76. And speaking of Obama and the number 222 and the Chiefs, who won the Super Bowl last year, the guy who caught the game winner was Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr. His birthday, 222 days from Obama's birthday. How about that? Like, Beast, the Beast of Revelation, the Antichrist Barack Obama, Antichrist system, Order Out of Chaos. They're all 222, right? And don't forget, on top of this, his full name, Kerry Nicole Hardman Jr., equals 192. Why does that matter? The Super Bowl was 192 days from Obama's birthday. Obama equals 192. This was the first Super Bowl after Leave the World Behind. Leave the World Behind equals 192. That movie ends in the Commodus bunker. Commodus died in the year 192. By the way, Obama's movie about a blackout. When this guy caught the game winner in the Super Bowl last year, he said he blacked out. Okay? Super Bowl 58 equals 192. Usher Raymond IV equals 192. He did halftime. Great Tribulation 192. Now they're saying Obama could be dating Jennifer Aniston. Remember, Obama's movie had the Friends theme. Aniston from Friends. Anyways, Aniston was born 192 days from Obama's birthday. And we just had the inauguration of Trump 192 months after Obama's inauguration. But yeah, Carrie Me Cole Hardman Jr. equals 192. And his birthday is 222 days from Obama's birthday. And this happened 187 days before Obama's birthday. Washington, D.C. is 187. Now, here's how it connects to Trump. This happened 137 days before Trump's birthday. Washington, D.C. 137. 137, a 33rd prime number like runway 33. This happened 229 days after Trump's birthday, Reagan National Airport, 229. The plane had 60 passengers and 4 crew, but 60 passengers, and it crashed into the H-60 helicopter. Figure skaters equals 60. Donald Trump equals 60. The word collide equals 60. And this happened 60 months after Kobe died, and Kobe scored 60 in his last game. Helicopter 159, figure skaters 159, plane and helicopter 159, and this happened 159 days after Kobe's birthday, who died in a helicopter, and Donald Trump is also 159. The plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, which is 138 and 48, like Donald Trump, 138, 48. We connected this to the movie Snakes on a Plane because the plane crash happened on the first day of the snake year. And the crash was 201 days before the movie anniversary, like runway 33 equals 201, like that old serpent 201, another name for the devil, the serpent, the snake, like the snake year, and Revelation 12:9, like 129, like the date it happened. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil. And we just left the year of the dragon, now we're in the year of the serpent. So long story short, that old serpent is mentioned in Revelation 12:9, like 129. This happened on 129. That old serpent 201, like runway 33 201, happened 201 days from the anniversary of Snakes on a Plane, like event 201. Right? The pandemic simulation. And the star of the movie, Samuel L. Jackson, has the 222, like 5342 equals 222, and the long list of 222s, which takes way too long to repeat every time. So, where is it? Oh, it was here. I just had to scroll up. Yeah, all the 222 stuff, it's too much to keep repeating. But yes, Samuel L. Jackson does have the 222, and the plane was coming from Wichita, Kansas, which is 48, like Snakes on a Plane, 48, like Donald Trump is 48 in Gematria. And then we got the names of the pilots of the plane. Their names, Sam Lilly and Jonathan Campos. Sam Lilly has the 135 and a 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant. And then Jonathan Campos has a 75, like Kobe 75, Army Helicopter 75, plane and helicopter 75, and it happened on a day with 75 date numerology. 1 plus 29 plus 20 plus 25 is 75. Plane and helicopter collision 129, American Airlines jet 129, Sam Lilly and Jonathan Campos 129, collide 129. It all happened on 129. And then Cody caught this on Trump's inauguration day. Here he is with a military sword, like it was a military helicopter, and he's cutting a cake with a plane on it. And here you see Melania with her outfit that has the black mamba, the black snake on it, and sword equals 29, like Trump 29, like the snake is 29, Potomac 29, on the 29th day of the year it happened. We already talked about this, talked about that, talked about that. It's going to be Super Bowl 59, Black Mamba 59, Revelation 59, Eagles vs. Chiefs 59. The plane crash happened 173 days after Trump's plane suffered mechanical issues before landing. So 173 days later, plane crash 173, and the plane was an Eagle. The Eagles' record is 17-3 this season, 666 wins all time, and plane crash 173 like the Eagles' record. And don't forget, Eagles is a perfect match to crash in 3 out of the 4. The Tanya Harding connection. Long story short, Tanya Harding, a famous figure skater, there were figure skaters on the plane. She joined X just hours before the crash, and here's the runway, which makes an X, runway 33. And here's her second post on X talking about what happened. And then she said she was blown away, like the helicopter and the plane got blown to bits, right? And there were 64 people on the plane. Tanya Harding equals 64. And 1 second. So yeah, it also happened 3 weeks and 3 days from the anniversary of the incident with Nancy Kerrigan, like runway 33. And it says, Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding devastated over figure skaters. And notice Kerrigan is 83 and 133 like the snake. And it happened on the first day of the snake year with figure skaters. I mean, wow. And then, don't forget, remember, figure skaters is 159, like plane and helicopter, like helicopter, 159 days after Kobe's birthday, and Donald Trump's 159. And then this happened 41 weeks before Tanya Harding's birthday, 41, connected to Kobe. Kobe dead at the age of 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41, dead 41 days from the Pope's birthday. When Kobe scored the 81, the rest of his team scored 41. Kobe's last game, he scored 60. The rest of the team scored 41. The last shot Kobe ever made was over number 41. He came off the court with 4.1 seconds left, and then during a film, Kobe threw a basketball time bomb at Kanye West's helicopter. The last time you see the basketball time bomb, the countdown is 4.1. And then Mahomes is trying to become 4-1 in Super Bowls if he three-peats, and the last person to three-peat was Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. And the crash also happened on Kansas Day, January 29th, the day that Kansas was granted statehood. And we've talked about these connections already, talked about that. This happened 1830 days after Kobe died. Remember, the zeros don't count, right? So 183, like Black Hawk helicopter 183, order out of chaos 183. And then we talked about that. Yep. All right. If anyone needs that again, there it is. Any support, very much appreciated. But yeah, I believe I got it all in there. But yep, this is definitely connected to Kobe in a very big way. And it's absolutely undeniable. All right, let me turn this around. All right, guys. Let me check in with the chat. I hope I didn't just hit a wrong button. Can you guys still hear me okay? Let me know. And does anybody have anything to add or anything I might have missed? Please let me know. Thank you, everyone, for the nice comments. I appreciate it. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Cohen. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Gene Spliced. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Drew. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Travis. Hey, Candace. Hey, Allie. Hey, El Paculi. Hey, Betty. You can hear me fine? Good. Okay. Wasn't sure if I hit the wrong button or not. They got the mic button right next to the switch your screen button. But anyways, guys, I think I got it all in there. I'm going to wrap this up shortly. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible. I had to do a recap. I couldn't help myself, but I tried to be as quick as I could. Guys, like I said earlier, my goal for this video is to get more views than the one yesterday, because this video has everything from yesterday but new information in it. So if we could please share the heck out of this video, if everyone could hit the like button today, I would really appreciate it. You know, most of my videos get around, 2,000 to 3,000 views. If we could get something like anywhere from 500 to 1,000 likes, that would really help things out. And please do me a special favor today. When I get done, which I'm going to wrap up here in like the next 2 minutes, when I get done today, can you guys please leave a comment on this video after the fact? Okay? I know you guys are leaving comments now, but they don't stay until like 24 hours. I think they pop back up. But anyways, when I get done, immediately when I get done, go to the video and leave a comment, and just leave a thumbs up in the comments, or say good video, good job, whatever you want to say. Your comments help the algorithm. So this is a lot of work, a lot of research went into this, and if we could really get eyes on this video, that would be awesome. So thank you everyone who's going to comment, like, and share. You guys are amazing. Hey Wendy, how you doing? Thank you, Gene Splice. I appreciate you. And everybody else in the chat. Hey Trey Patton, good to see you. But yep, I think, let me just double check. Make sure I got it all in there. Yep. I was kicking myself yesterday, guys, when I remembered that Kobe equaled 67. And again, we were talking about it yesterday with little Kobe and that ritual. We talked about the 67, but I never put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, yesterday I was like, yeah, this whole thing connects to Kobe. And I failed to mention that a total of 67 people were involved. Kobe equals 67. But I'm glad we got it out there today. I hope I didn't miss anything else. Hopefully I don't have to make a part 3 with this. But if you remember, we did the same thing with the Stargate project. I did a part 1 that was really good, and then we found like even more new information, put out a part 2, and part 2 did better than part 1. So hopefully that happens again with this video. And if you haven't seen the Stargate project decode, make sure you go watch that. Watch part 2. So anyways, I think I got it all in there, guys. I don't think I missed anything. So thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please share the heck out of this video everywhere you can. Facebook, Twitter, BitChute, Rumble, TikTok, whatever you got, man. Just get this out there. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. On the way out, please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I will see you guys on the next video. God bless.